Nowadays, we can catch a glimpse of the past in the ruins of ancient castles, palaces, and places of worship that have amazingly survived, yet some others took their secrets to the grave, and the passionate archaeologists are left to use their best creativity, myths, and legends to revive their ever-lost image. Here are some of the world's most intriguing lost cities, towns, and settlements. Welcome to Top Trendacy. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for upcoming videos. Starting with the number 6. Petra in Jordan. Carved into the red, pink, and white sandstone hill, the prehistoric Petra is undoubtedly one of the most astonishing lost civilization sites in the world. The Jordanian city was a thriving trade center and later on a monastery in the Nabatean Empire around 400 BC before its sophisticated culture was conquered and absorbed into the Roman Empire. Declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the new 7 wonders of the world, Petra became a filming and tourist hotspot. Although the site is widely associated with the Indiana Jones movie filming site that was turned into a popular tourist attraction, the Bedouins keep living in the traditional way of life along with tourism. On number 5 is the Nimrod in Iraq. Once the capital of Assyrian Empire, today a big mystery, Nimrod was first described in 1920 and started to be excavated in 1845. The most reasonable is probably the belief that the city's name was derived from the legendary hunting hero Nimrod. Nimrod is claimed to be the biblical city of Calah. The ancient Calhu was strategically located on the Tigris River in Mesopotamia, and it was estimated to have been built around 1300 BC by Shalmaneser king. How the beguiling Babylonian culture came to an end in 600 BC is unsure. Tanis in Egypt is at number 4. Perhaps the most iconic historical sites on Earth can be found in Egypt, particularly the iconic pyramids, even more mysterious lost cities scattered across the enchanting country. Tanis might have been made famous by the Indiana Jones movie, but this unique site had been attracting archaeologists long before that. Dating back to the 1000 BC, once it was a glorious capital of Alexandria, also known as the Lost City of Zoan, only revealed its treasures in 1939 when Pierre Montet discovered the surreal royal tomb complex with burial chambers, golden masks, coffins of silver, statues, bracelet, and necklaces. Whether the Hebrew story of Moses being found in the marshes of the Nile River near Tanis is true might and might not be so, but the bitter reality of Tanis being abandoned for good is irreversible. Number 3 is Mesa Verde, Colorado, USA. The Mesa Verde National Park is an early urban settlement once inhabited by the Anasazi people, who lived here from the 7th to 14th centuries AD. It contains over 600 cliff dwellings built mainly from sandstone, wood and mortar under the overhang of ridges. The most famous of this lost city, Cliff Palace, housed around 100 people, and was accessed via ladders. Our number 2 is the Urak in Iraq. The current archaeological research indicates that the oldest cities ever recorded are those found scattered along the banks of the Euphrates and Tigris rivers of Mesopotamia, modern Iraq. More than 5,000 years ago, the ancient merchants traveling upriver from Egypt would have entered the great Sumerian city of Urak by boat. Urak was famous for its giant defensive walls, luscious gardens, and sophisticated ruling elite. For instance, Gilgamesh, the god king of Babylon, who became subject of the world's oldest epic and the poem, is still today in print. His city evoked even more fascination than himself when discovered in 2003 by the German archaeologists. Number 1 is the lost civilization, MohenjoDaro in Pakistan. Entirely unknown until 1921, the Indus Valley culture emerged more than 4,500 years ago and kept flourishing for another 1,000 years. Benefiting from the mighty Indus River and the surrounding floodplains, MohenjoDaro grew and grew, and the city became the center of trade and agriculture until it got enigmatically destroyed. In 1911, large stone city ruins were discovered in Pakistan, once mighty Mesopotamia. The city's wealth and stature are evident in artifacts such as ivory, lapis, carnelian, and gold beads, as well as the baked brick city structures themselves. The large, clean, and very sophisticated complex had surprisingly no temples, or any other spiritual places nor monuments. However, plenty of wells, mounds, and baths were found around the city. With no sign of any ruler's residence, no one has ever figured out who lived in the city and what ended the mysterious Indus civilization. Some lost cities have been discovered by chance, and some were discovered after long searches. Some were known and written about in ancient times, leaving clues for modern archaeologists and linguists. Others were forgotten soon after their demise, and never known throughout history thereafter. Thanks for watching. If you like our content, please hit the subscribe. See you in the next video.